All right, Shaquille O'Neal is a basketball Hall of Famer, analyst for the NBA on TNT. In his partnership with Icy Hot, he has worked to refurbish basketball courts across the U.S. The latest will be in Atlanta at his own Boys and Girls Club. That court was unveiled on Thursday, and Shaq kind enough to join me now. Shaq, I just saw recently that JJ Redick was interviewed for the Raptors head coaching job. Have you ever been approached about coaching?
I probably wouldn't be able to coach. I have an old school mentality, Pat Riley, Bill Jackson, Greg Popovich type mentality, and I don't think I will be able to relate to the new generation.
Have people reached out to you, though, about it?
I've coached my son in AAU, and we won a championship. It was actually very fun, but never again.
Have you told people that? Have you relayed that to teams?
No,
Like, I'm
no,
not.
no, nobody has ever called me about coaching, but I'm still looking to be a owner somehow. I'm interested in a certain team in Florida.
Is a certain team for Florida for sale?
I don't know, but if it is, I want to be the guy.
Are you trying to boot Mickey Arison onto the cruise ship
It's never.
away from the team?
It's not Miami. Thank you very
Oh,
much.
the other team in Florida.
Yes,
Correct.
thank you.
Gotcha.
Yes, thank you
Well, it's
very much.
50% chance, Jack, that I was gonna get. I was gonna
Yeah,
get that right. Um, I watch you guys all the time, like everybody, and on TV, you guys get a lot of reaction from players, especially when you are critical of them. Chuck and Kevin Durant are the most high profile examples. Chuck thinks players are too sensitive today. Do you?
not that they're sensitive. Uh, I learned a great deal from Phil Jackson. I learned from the psychological aspect, and sometimes you have to listen to what I say. Never talked about a player bad, like I don't like him. Just give them advice. Now, if you want my advice, cool. If you don't, it's fine with me. But it happens. It's part of the game. It's part of the ecosystem that we lived in. Kareem did it to me. I did it to Dwight. But a lot of the times I'm saying it to help you out. And if you can't see that, that's not my problem. But listen, I was sensitive, but I try to just shut you guys up by winning. But a lot of time when I speak from facts. We're sitting there watching the game. Like if you want to get to the next round, you got to perform. I know this for a fact because I was one of those guys. I had the same amount of pressure, even more pressure. When Shaq don't play well and hit free throws, Shaq gets killed. Name of the game. So you can't shoot 30% and then say, oh, somebody's criticized. No, man, you gotta. Hey, Jordan stepped up, Bird stepped up, McHale stepped up, Isaiah. You want to be known as great, you got to step up. So uh, we've always been sensitive. So doesn't matter.
There was no show like yours when you were younger as a player, but if there was, and Bill Russell was in the role that you occupy, and he was critical of you, how would you have taken it?
You have to see. I come from the military, ranking and pecking order. That's Bill Russell. That man has CIA clearance. See, some of us just have presidential clearance, and this man. So when he's saying something, I'm gonna listen to what he's saying before I get mad. Like Kareem used to kill me all the time, but I can't say nothing. That's cap. Like that's Kareem Abdul. But then I sit back and read it. How can Shaq be a great player if he hasn't won any rings yet? I'm like, so after being pissed off and tearing my house up that Kareem's killed, like I'm average Kareem. I'm like, you never averaged 38, Kareem. I'm averaging 38. What the hell are you talking about? Oh, but they get swept every year and they lose in the first, second round. Like a lot of criticism has truth in it. So I was able to stop time and listen to the truth and be like, okay, maybe he's right. Now, if somebody else said that, I'll go off. I'll, try to punch him in the face. But that's the great Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So I would like to think I'm top 50, top 75, a great big man. I would like to think I know what I'm talking about. So you want to take my advice, cool. But if you don't, doesn't matter to me.
What was the most frustrated you ever were by something Kareem had said?
When he spoke the truth, like when I was in LA doing big things, and he said, "Hey, Shaq's a good guy, but maybe he needs to concentrate more on basketball and free throws," which was true. And he says, "How can he be a great player when all they do is get swept?" I was like, you know what? Kareem might be right.
You played for a few
But
years in.
but did you ever hear me bad talk Kareem?
No.
That's what I'm saying. So sometimes, like if the pecking order status relates, just got to think. Like if you're in the military and a drill sergeant says something to a private can't say nothing back. That's just how it is. So, but guess what? Now I have a CIA clearance. I have G19 classification, so I get to say what I want to say.
I think there's only a few guys
Yeah,
that you see that. Right?
exactly. Yeah.
Russell, Kareem, maybe one or
Yep.
two more, but that's probably it.
That's it.
You've been watching these playoffs. How do you explain Miami, a team that was so average in the regular season, awful in that play-in game against Atlanta, and now is one win away from being in the conference finals?
Culture. I'm watching them play last couple nights. They're really together. They have a superstar that doesn't act like a superstar and shares the wealth. So you know what they've done for each other. It's like they had a meeting, like, "Hey man, I hurt my ankle. You might not get these 2 games. Just want you to play hard." Then they get game one. Then they come back and get game two, and like, okay, now they got to come home. And you know they were up, and even though they lost last night, they still could have won. But Jimmy's coming, and everybody plays better at home. I like the way Duncan Robinson is playing. They're just together. You know, usually the team, they got one or two guys they got to focus on, but you know we got to focus on Jimmy, and he's kicking it to the others, and the others are stepping up. However, better close them out. Better close them out tomorrow.
Jimmy Butler feels like a guy you would have liked to have played with.
Oh, all day, every day. And he would have made so much money off me when they doubled me. I'd have kicked it right to him.
You had a couple of years with Eric Spoelstra on that Heat bench. What do you remember about him as a young assistant? Did you believe that he had this kind of potential back then?
You know, very X and O oriented. Spent a lot of time looking at films, spent a lot of time breaking down plays, making up new plays. I knew he was going to be good. I didn't know he was going to be this good, but you know, he's done a lot. Won championships, done it his way. You know, been involved with the culture from the beginning, helped make the culture bigger than it is down there.
It's rare. It feels rare that a coach without playing experience earns that kind of respect. Pop certainly earned it on that level, and now Spo seems to have earned it on his level. Is there? How do you explain that?
It's how you deal with the stars and how you deal with everybody else. You know, you have to gain their respect, and they have to gain your respect, and it goes hand in hand. And he was there from the beginning. So, you know, when you're there and you're looking at film and you're talking to guys and you're getting to know guys' patterns, and they know you, and then when you get the head job, if you're cool in the beginning, when you get the head job, he's cool, and then you become cool, and then you get a boost by the name of LeBron James, Chris Bosh, and D Wade. You get a hell of a boost like that to just get you started, and then, but he delivered.
As I mentioned, you're down in Atlanta working with Icy Hot on this court, the Shaq Boys and Girls Club in Atlanta. That court, of course, unveiled today as we record this. It's a pretty cool project you've been working on, Shaq. Your fourth court that you've refurbished.
Yeah, my fourth court. I've been working with Icy Hot 20 years. Kudos to Icy Hot. This is the largest Comebaq Court to date here at my Boys and Girls Club in Henry County. But listen, we just want to give kids the opportunity to just come, play sports, stay out of trouble. So this one features a basketball court, a tennis court, and a pickleball court. So it's pretty, we have a lot of kids here at the gym, and a lot of them like to be outside, and we just want to keep them active, keep their mind fresh.
Have you embraced pickleball?
No, not yet. Because I had the hip surgery, so I can't. I'm not even thinking about going left side to side. Nothing. I just like to walk straight.
Shaq, always good to talk to you, man. Congratulations on all this. A great thing.
All right, appreciate it.